Welcome to PreMath. In this video, we have got this circle with the center C that contains these three line segments A, B, B, C, and C, D. As you can see in this given diagram, such that these angles A, B, C, and B, C, D are 90 degrees each. And moreover, this segment AB length is 5 units, and this segment BC is being represented by X, whereas this segment CD is being represented by Y, such that X plus Y equals to 12. And now our task is to find the value of X and also find the value of Y as well. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe. And please keep in mind that this figure may not be 100% true to the scale. And in this video, I'm going to share with you with two different approaches. So therefore, please watch the video till the very end. Let's go ahead and get started. And here's our very first method. And now let's make an observation. We can see that CD is the radius of this circle. And now we are going to think outside the box. And we can see that this CE is the radius of this very same circle as well. So therefore, we have shifted this radius from CD to CE. So therefore, this radius CE length is going to be Y as well. And furthermore, these points B, C, and E are collinear. So therefore we can see that this segment BE length is same as X plus Y, and we know our XY value is 12. So therefore this BE length turns out to be equal to 12 units. And now in this next step, I have extended this segment BE all the way to this point F, such that FE is the diameter of this circle. And now in this next step, I am going to connect this vertex A with these points F and E as well. As you can see in this next step, I have connected these points A, E, and AF. And as a result, we are ended up with this triangle AFE, as you can see. And now let's recall the Thales theorem. According to this theorem, if A, E, and F are three distinct points on the very same circle, and the line EF is a diameter, then the angle EAF is a right angle. In other words, it's going to be a 90 degrees angle. So no wonder this angle EAF is our 90 degrees angle. And now in this next step, I am going to label this tiny segment BF length as lowercase m, and this segment BE length as lowercase n, such that n equals to X plus Y. So therefore n is going to be equal to 12. And now let's recall the Euclid's theorem. As you can see in this given diagram, if we have this right triangle ABC along with this height CD, and moreover this perpendicular CD is being represented by lowercase h, this segment BD is X, whereas this segment AD is Y, then we can write height h square is going to be equal to X times Y. Now we are going to apply this Euclid's theorem on this given problem. And here our height is 5 units. And these two segments are lowercase m and lowercase n. Then according to this Euclid's theorem, we can write m times n equals to 5 square. And now we know our n value is 12, so I'm going to substitute that value 12 over here. So therefore we could write 12 times m equals to 25. And now we are going to divide both sides by 12 to isolate m. This 12 and 12 is gone. So therefore our lowercase m value simply turns out to be 25 divided by 12. So thus our lowercase m value turns out to be 25 divided by 12, as you can see. And now let's make an observation. We can see that this whole diameter EF length is going to be equal to the sum of these two segment lengths FB and BE, as you can see in this given equation. And we know our FB length is 25 divided by 12, and our BE length is 12. As you can see in this next step, I have substituted those values. And now let's make an observation. We can see that this radius CE length is y, and this other radius FC length is going to be y as well. So therefore this whole diameter EF length is going to be y plus y is going to make 2y. So therefore I'm going to replace EF diameter with simply 2 times y equals 2. And if we add these two numbers, that is going to give us 169 divided by 12. And now I'm going to multiply both sides by 1 divided by 2 to isolate y. And here we can see 2 and 1 divided by 2 are gone. So therefore our y value simply turns out to be 169 divided by 24. So thus our y value turns out to be 169 divided by 24. And now we are going to calculate this segment x value. And we know this whole radius FC length is 169 divided by 24. And our this segment BF length is 25 divided by 12. So therefore we could write x equals to our radius 169 divided by 24 minus this segment 25 divided by 12. And now we can tweak this 25 divided by 12 as 50 divided by 24. That is going to be equal to 119 divided by 24 units. So thus our x value turns out to be 119 divided by 24, and y value is 169 divided by 24 by using the very first method. And now let me share with you the second method as well. And here's a very first step. We are going to connect these points A and this center C, as you can see in this next step. And now let's make an observation. We can see AC is the radius of this circle, and we know that our radius being represented by y. So therefore this AC length is going to be y. And now we are going to focus on this right triangle ABC. And we are going to apply the Pythagorean theorem on this triangle. And here's our Pythagorean theorem: a square plus b square equal to c square. And in our case, our hypotenuse is y, whereas two other legs are x and 5. Let's go ahead and fill in the blanks. So we can write 5 square plus x square equal to y square. And now we can see 5 square is 25. And I'm going to drag this x square on the other side. So therefore we could write y square minus x square value is going to be equal to 25. And now let's recall this famous identity: a square minus b square could be written as a plus b times a minus b. And we are going to apply this identity on the left hand side. So therefore we could write y plus x times y minus x is going to be equal to 25. And now let's make an observation. We can see our x plus y value is 12. So therefore this part x plus y is same as writing 12 over here. So therefore we are ended up with 12 times y minus x equals to 25. And now we are going to divide both sides by 12. This 12 and 12 is gone. So therefore y minus x value turns out to be 25 divided by 12. And I'm going to label this one our equation number 1. And furthermore, our x plus y value is 12. So therefore I can write this one as y plus x equals to 12. And I'm going to label this one as our equation number 2. And now we are going to add these two equations. And here when we add this positive x and negative x, they are gone. And we are going to add these y plus y is going to give us 2y. And when we add these two numbers, this fraction and this 12, that is going to give us 169 divided by 12. And now I'm going to multiply both sides by 1 divided by 2 on this side and 1 divided by 2 on the right hand side as well. So therefore we could see this 2 and 1 divided by 2 is gone. So our y value simply turns out to be 169 divided by 24. So thus our y value turns out to be 169 divided by 24. And now I'm going to substitute this y equals to 169 divided by 24 value in this equation to solve for x. So therefore we could write x plus 169 divided by 24 equals to 12. And now I'm going to move this fraction to the other side. And if we subtract our x value simply turns out to be 119 divided by 24. So thus our x value turns out to be 119 divided by 24 and y value turns out to be 169 divided by 24 by using the both methods. And in terms of decimals, x value is going to be approximately equal to 4.958 and y value is approximately equal to 7.042. Thanks for watching and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos. Bye.